Okay, good evening. I wanted to welcome everybody to Event Magic Part 2, and we are coming together to work on all the strategies to put butts in seats for your event. And our primary focus is the Hush Hush event, but these principles can be used for anything, whether you're doing a webinar, whether you're doing a live event, anything that you're doing. This is a great tools for being able to put butts in seats. So just to start out, I know we've over the last it's been some time since we got together. We talked about a number of things. We talked about free press and how to use publicity to get marketing. We also talked about creating joint venture partners and all the different types of joint venture partners, whether it be somebody that you maybe pay a small commission, or it could be somebody that might advertise for you on your behalf because they're a friend. It could be a media partnership. There's a lot of different ways to create joint partnerships. And then we talked a little bit about some of the internet traffic and strategies for that, and how to go out and actually meet people face to face. And then we went over the three different types of, as you build your list, I always encourage people to build your list, but how to communicate to different people based on your relationship with them. So before we get started, tonight was kind of a recap, and just to help anybody that might need support with this program and with coaching, and we're getting close. It's going to be in November, where we'll be together in Las Vegas. My understanding is that they've actually changed the commission plan, so it's no longer $500; it's $100. So that's a little different for everybody. It may be why we have less people on the call, because they might be putting their energy somewhere else. But I know personally, I have some events where I've been able to get 40 people to it. So if I can do it, you could do it. So let's see, and even hundreds, but I was just thinking of other people's events where I had a short time to bring people. So I just wanted to check in, and yay, we have Liette. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot first, Liette, just to kind of check in and see, have you been able to apply anything? Kind of where are you at with the Hush Hush process?
Okay, so first of all, I want to tell you that I really thought this was for, like internet marketing at first. So I was like a little bit disoriented when we just met the first time, and it's not to be, how do you say that? It's okay. I want you to know that I've been in a burnout, doing a burnout since a few months, so I haven't been working a lot, but I really want my my way of living to improve. So since I'm in here, I just decided to take the best of everything, and I know that I can learn a lot here, even though it's not marketing. Well, it's still selling something, and I find you so interesting, and your knowledge, I think it's going to be very good for me. So what I've been doing is not quite much, because I've been very tired.
Rebooting, yes, resting.
But I don't want any pity, I just want to put things clear. And yesterday I was on a webinar with Nick. I don't know if you were there for the selling of the Hush Hush 5, and maybe something that's going on Friday.
No, please share with me. I'd love to hear, because I had my my training class last night, and so I missed it. I'd love to hear.
Okay, but it was very interesting, because we saw another face of Nick, because he's thinking that it's not going the way he would like it to go, because he has put some funnels for us, and nobody has sold anything. So he got like angry. So, but he taught us about how he started, and that made him so much like human, and not just ahead of us and up of us. It like he was at the same level, and he started like with nothing, and he was quite emotional, and it was so, the human contact we made with him. Well, I said, well, because I wasn't, I'm a lot with, Vic Streisand with his team, and I think he's not going to be there in the Hush Hush 5, so I got like a little bit like cold about this thing, but I really want to take the best of everything I can learn so my situation improves. I mean, my family situation, my revenue, my way of living, my style of living. So that's why I came back, because I think I have something to learn about you guys. You are so extraordinary. So I have something to learn about you. So that's why I'm here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd love to offer you a gift, if I can, if you'd grab a pen and paper.
Yeah.
Do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I'd love to offer you a complimentary business strategy session.
Okay.
If you can schedule it at meetme, M-E-E-T-M-E
M-E-E-T.
Yep, like we're gonna meet together. M-E-T-M-E .so
Yeah.
/ Shannon Gronich.
Shannon Grant. Okay, I'll take this. I don't know if there's something after the meet. It's meet.so. Is that it?
Here, I'll put it in the. Let me put it in the chat right here so that you can see that.
Okay.
Meetme.so / Shannon Gronich. Can you see that there?
I will copy it just right now.
Okay, great. Okay. So yeah, I would love to do that for you. And when I said the word reboot, it was not giving you pity. It's like in life we all have to reboot. We all have to kind of relax and recharge. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
You're nice. Thank you.
Brandy, can I put you on the spotlight? I'm seeing a picture and muted, so I didn't know if you were busy. Oh, there you are.
No, I'm here. I was just letting her speak. I know when I make a little noise or my cat hits it, it brings my picture up, and it takes away from the person that's speaking. So I mute mine, everything, so that way it doesn't take away from. Okay.
So just checking in with you on the Hush Hush and the event, and have you had a chance to go out and network face-to-face? Are there any strategies that we've talked about that you've used that you like, or any that you're uncomfortable with, or anything that you need more help with?
Well, I haven't really done any face-to-face. I live down in the bottom of nowhere. Population 2. So, I mean, I just have a bunch of deer and elk, and, I don't think they want to hear what I have to say. So. But, yeah, I haven't had a chance to really go out and do much of it. I'm working on my list with somebody right now, and we're trying to get it all sorted out and put together right and put in my get response the way that it's supposed to be. So I haven't really been able to do that. I've done it a little bit on Facebook and in groups, and I'm just really not, without knowing who all's going to be there, it's kind of hard.
How do you not know who's going to be there?
Well, I don't think that there's a list. We've been given a full list yet.
Oh, it's on the Eventbrite, and I can tell you who's going to be there that's not on the list. So, yeah, because I helped book a bunch of the people. We have Bob Circosta, the billion-dollar man with the Home Shopping Network. This guy is amazing. I actually wrote about him in my book, and he's so great at helping people with language and product development and communication. I mean, he just does a lot of really great work. He's one of my favorite speakers. We also have, hold on, I'm trying to, what is the website anyways? Can you give that to me? Because I'm not pulling it up on my Eventbrite. Or he has another one, correct?
He does. Let me grab that for you real quick.
Okay, I know it's on the Eventbrite Hush Hush 5. Let me just see if I can find it. Maybe he pulled it down. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, let me look for that while we're gabbing. So you're saying it's difficult because you don't know who's going to be there. It's hard to promote it.
It's really kind of hard to promote it when I don't have control of my list right now.
Okay.
As far as that goes, I'm just, it's kind of hard to go over. Let's see here. Go over something. People want to know exactly who's going to be there, what they're about, how they've helped me, how it's impacted my life and my business. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to find it on the spot.
Oh no, I got it. I've got another way of getting it.
Okay, let me find you now. So, I promote you a lot because I know all about you. I know, how important that what you do can be in somebody's life and in somebody's business, and how it can go so far into the future with them. Empower Network may end, and Vic may end, and Big Ideal Mastermind and all these things, but what you're giving us, we can take into any business, anywhere, whether it's online or not. So I try to promote that because it's what I know.
Yeah, and one of the things that I shared with you last night is really getting to that place to where you're all promoting yourself, and you're you're that expert.
Right.
Each one of you have you have gifts and talents and things like that. You know what? He's actually removed that, so I don't see it. But let me go through who I know is going to be there and who I helped book, and give you a little bit of background on them, and also search them so that you know. So Ernie Chu.
Okay.
Ernie Chu is a remarkable man. He's been on Oprah, and he has actually one of his mini programs. He wrote the book Soul Currency, S-O-U-L Currency. One of his programs is how to raise $1 million in 90 days or less. So he was actually, here's his book right here. Let me read you about him.
Okay, so Ernie Chu, I knew he, kind of.
Ernest.
And who else? I'm sorry.
Bob Circosta.
Circosta.
Circosta. Circosta.
Okay.
Paula Fellingham. Kelly Kuecha.
Kelly.
Her last name is Kuecha.
Okay.
Jessica Brace.
I remember her from the last one.
Greg Reed.
Okay.
How many is that? How many do
now,
you have?
Is Brian?
I did hear that he asked Brian to come back.
Yes. Good.
Oh my gosh.
I think what Brian does is very important. I think it's really important because it all starts with you, and if you're not grounded and you don't know who you are, how can you go anywhere? Yes. I think it's real important to know. I work with Brian as well, and I think that what he does is really important. It's important to me. It's important to a lot of people. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's been at my Hawaii retreat, and one of the teachers there. So I definitely love his work, and he's it's powerful stuff. I'm not remembering who else is there, but I wanted to share with you a couple of things around the event. So there's two different ways to promote the event. And I mean, there's many different ways that I've went over in the other classes. But one thing is name dropping, kind of like what we're talking about. Who's going to be there? Why is it important? What have they accomplished? What are they going to talk about? So that's one way, and that's a way that I'm really used to. Like any event I've done, I've brought in a big name just so that it helps attract people. Now, most people don't know who Ernest Chu is, but they know who Oprah. You know, he's been on Oprah before, so that's you can talk about that. You know, some people know who he is. The other way is talking in the form of benefits. What's in it for them? What are they going to get when they leave there? You know, some of the language could be they're getting access to experts in all areas of business, whether it be branding. So just some of the things that I've learned, and this is where I feel the strongest kind of with one-on-one or group meetings or being able to talk to somebody. The internet is not my strength. And if Brandy, for example, for you, if you're not in a place where you can meet people, maybe you can do a Google Hangout. Maybe you can have something to where you're getting people together and even interviewing some of these people. I mean, I could get you access to Ernie Chu. I could get you access to Kelly. Maybe that's a way of actually drawing in to build your list and your base of getting people there. But people really want to know, like, what's in it for them. So when I'm talking to somebody, I usually, and I've been doing this a lot the last few days, I've been doing a lot of business consulting and talking to businesses where they're at. And so I try to find out, like, what's their, you know, a common question is, what's your strengths and what's your weaknesses? Like, where are you feeling challenged right now? And once I know where their challenges are, I try to talk to that and see how I can connect the dots to help them. Does that make sense? And it may be, yeah, maybe you personally can help them, but I feel like at this event, there's all kinds of, you know, they've really done a holistic approach of how to, you know, run your business, mind, body, spirit, and business structures, business finances and money and stuff like that. So it's good. People love, one of the things, and I even do this online now. So Brandy, I haven't told you my new venture that I'm working on now, and it's not new. I've actually been a member since 2006, but I became a leader in CEO space. So now when I meet with somebody, even if they're brand new and I don't know them, like let's say they call off an ad, or let's say somebody's referred them, I'm giving them a business assessment form. And, you know, I go through, and I know I'm sharing with something that's a little different, but anytime I've worked with consultants or people that really have valuable information, they always ask questions. They don't just dump information on me. They really take that time to get to know what's going on with me. So I have a business assessment sheet, you know, and I'm like, is that upside down? I'm asking them, you know, what's their business structure? When was it founded? Who are their business partners? How did you hear about us? Brief project description, 3 major challenges or opportunities expected in the next 6 months. And then I talk about needs. I really find out, I have them tell me what they need. And it could be, you know, I'm just sharing with you some of what I have on here. Basic business skills building, advanced business skill building, distribution channels, new markets, corporate partners, alliances, investments, mentoring, customers, coaches, capital investment, team development, new project, looking for expertise in. So I have another place, and it's intellectual property, visioning and strategic planning, advertising and public relations, high performance teams, niche marketing, business plans, execution, capital acquisition, branding and packaging, operations and systems, proper sequencing, appropriate business structure. So I let them tell me what they need, and then I talk to that need and how I can help them. And I'm telling you, when I do that, my closing ratio is 70 to 80%. 70 to 80%. So that's one, maybe a different mechanism when you're looking at working with people of gathering information. So I know obviously media is a big, free press is a big thing, and I know that you guys that got into the package. A lot of you got press releases. A lot of you, I'm going to be syndicating your press release for you. So that's great. I know on some of these bigger ticket items, whenever I find out what their needs are and how to fix it, then I'm able to close them. And I know, Brandy, you mentioned you don't know who else there, so that can be a little bit difficult, right? Because you're wondering who's there. But hopefully on the website, Nick talks about what they're going to be learning, and some of these names you can look up and just learn like who they are and what they have to share, and you may be able to say, oh gosh, you need help with attracting new clients. Kelly Kuwait is really great at attracting new clients, and maybe share some of her successes. Or, did you know that Shannon, she helped people get marketing, and she's going to be at this event. She's got $3.1 million in free press. So finding out what their needs are and talking to that can be really powerful, I found. And it's funny, I'm actually working with Paul Limburg. If you get a chance to look him up, Paul Limburg, and I'll type him in here so you have his name, Paul Limburg. Paul Limburg is one of the best salesmen in the world, and he does it with heart. He's very, very, very high integrity. He's absolutely cares about what he's doing. He's sold from stages. He's sold one-on-one. He's sold six-figure items. I mean, and he's went into companies and taken them from very little to multi-million dollars. So I've been working with him over the last few months, and wow, I thought I knew a lot about sales and marketing, but his approach of really having that connection, and a lot of it, what I just shared. Now, he didn't give me this form. This is just something I know. I know that I want to know how I can help people. and I don't want to guess it. I don't want to be talking about branding when they need to raise capital. That doesn't make any sense. So for me, it's best to find out what their needs are. Now, for you, I know, Leanne, you're saying that you're doing some things on the internet. So maybe there's some of this stuff you can put in a questionnaire. So I actually am running an ad right now, and I'm getting a lot of results on Craigslist. I mean, it's kind of funny. Can I share with you this ad?
Absolutely.
Hold on just a second. So I'm just trying to give you a bunch of other creative ways so I'm not duplicating what we've talked about. But please, if there's things that you want me to go a little bit deeper on, let me know. So this particular ad, and I have to tell you, this event, just so that you know, the membership to go is $7,500. So I'm dealing with a much higher ticket item. It's totally different. You get different things out of it. However, it is it's a much bigger ticket item. So we're kind of in the same boat a little bit. Oh, geez, I wish I could find it a little bit easier. One more moment. Maybe I should search here. So basically, I've went on Craigslist, and right now I'm actually getting ready to go to Chicago. And so I started running the ad in Chicago, and I'm already getting people that are calling about it. So if you're interested in having your, this is not what I'm putting here, but somehow it got, oh, this is funny. Okay, never mind, wrong one. Are you an entrepreneur, inventor, writer, artist, musician? Need help raising capital for your new existing business? We have helped thousands. Call this number. So it could be, are you an entrepreneur, inventor, writer, artist, musician, and you need help taking your business to the next level? We've helped, and I know he's helped a couple thousand. We've had like 2,000 go through Hush Hush, so you could say help thousands. Call for more information. But when I get them on the phone, I don't just start selling the event. I start talking about, tell me about your business. What do you do? What are you looking for? What do you need? I go through all those questions so that I can give them, that accurate information and support. Any questions about that?
No, it just what it comes down to is you have to know who you're promoting. We just need to do some homework and look these people up and know what we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of like I had somebody today who said, I see you're looking to work from home. I want to tell you about something that I'm making a whole bunch of money with right now, the iPass 2 system. Well, I have the iPass 2 system. It's brand new, and it's completely built around Empower Network. So I told him, I said, well, tell me a little bit about it. Do you own the products in Empower Network? Are you a Black Card member? Why? I don't know what that is. And finally what it came down to is, how can you sell something that you have no idea what you're selling? And then at that point I told him I am a Black Card holder. I do own all the products. I am high in Empower Network, and I would absolutely not buy from you. You need to go back and really learn something. And he admitted he hadn't even watched any of the videos yet. So so you can't lie. You can't lie. People are gonna ask you.
Yeah. Well, let me talk to that real quick, because I also believe that all the information can be paralyzing for people. And I'm really big on taking action without excuses. So and I'm not saying you're making an excuse. Please don't take it that way.
No. It just something that just made me laugh.
So I try to find like what's stopping me and how do I move through it? How do I cut through that? So in this particular case, you can share your past experience. You can share what you know from the past. In the past, they have brought in experts that have talked about ... They have been high caliber individuals. You could say, I don't know who everybody is that's coming. I know a few of them, but we're really not, they don't tell us much because it's, this whole mystery around the secrets of the ultra wealthy. So you can always talk about your past experience. Oh my gosh, I met this person there and they're coming back, or I met Brian there and they're coming back, and I have to and talk truthfully of what you learned. I learned about video marketing. I learned that you could do all the right things, but if you're not in line and there's unconscious stuff, it could be blocking you. So you can talk from your personal experience and still share with people from that to inspire them to go. Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Because I have this whole thing where I tell people to be careful of first-year events. I'm going through this right now. I'm getting ready to do an event here in Brevard, where I'm at, a pretty big event at a private club, the O'Galley Yacht Club. I'm bringing in Ernie Chu, and it's so funny because it's really a first-year event. And I've always told people, if you're going to sponsor or you're going to do things at first-year events that involve you spending money, you just want to be mindful of who the production team is. I have this whole process to check it out. So when I'm dealing with sponsors and some of these people that don't know me, I'm having to sell them on this, right? I'm having to sell them on something that's totally brand new, that's never happened before, that they don't know much about. And so I'm relying on my past to sell them on something in the future. I'm telling them, look, I've done 400 events, and here's people I've worked with in the past, and this is what I know from the past. So I'm leveraging my past to market something in the future that's some unknown. I hope that helps. I hope that helps. Okay, okay. Liette, how are you doing? Can I check in and see how you're doing?
How am I doing? Well, I'm not doing very well. You know, I'm in, I was looking for something, for an opportunity, and I am also in Empower Network, but I haven't done much, maybe because I was too tired, but even though just finding my way over the system, that was quite difficult because I didn't really have some help from my sponsors. But and I don't know like a lot of people who are in business because I'm not a business woman, but it always interested me. You know, I don't have any past, like you say. I've been to Hush Hush. I've I've read a lot of things on Empower Network, and I also know what Brandy was talking about. You know that I passed too, and I knew what the black card was. So, and I know it can help to improve the Empower Network. But I'm just like just a beginner, a real beginner in everything. And I began not not very healthy, but I just want to take my place. But I hope I have enough in energy. But I think I really believe there's something we can do extraordinary in like in Empower Network or with Vic or with all those strategies on internet. But I'm not comfortable. I'm just learning everything like a baby who's learning to walk. So, and I'm learning like to live another way because I worked like too hard. So I know just want to tell you I'm 52 now, and I used to be a teacher for 15 years, and I didn't really like it. So I went from kindergarten to college, and I was a teacher in all those grades. So I tried everything, but it wasn't satisfying. So I applied in vet school, veterinarian, and I got accepted. So I started at 46, and I just finished last year. And I have two children. They're two teenagers, almost adults. So I studied a lot, and I had to move, blah, blah, blah. So all of this was just too much. But so I'm used to working hard, but I want to work like in a intelligent way.
Smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want a style of life that I'm comfortable with. You know, I have debts, that's not interesting. I just want to be free of debts and free of making choices I want and not limiting my choices just because of a lack of money, you know? And I want to be happy. But I'm really shy, you know, like asking people, offering them like to go to the hush hush, but even though I don't even know who I can address to, and you know, if I have to talk about my past, it's like awkward because. But I'm willing I'm willing to learn, and if it takes more time than anybody else, well, I'll take the time it takes. But I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to put the energy. Well, the one I have. Understand? So that's
yeah. Well, obviously you're here.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah, it's you know, I'm big on trying to find what makes you happy. So if you're really uncomfortable doing some of the face-to-face, then maybe you do some of the ads and you correspond via email. You know, that might be a way.
Yeah. But that would be a way, but who do I send my emails to? You know?
Well, they send emails to you. I'm saying, like, if you put up ads, they send emails to you, and then you're corresponding via email.
Okay.
Yeah, and but I'm also big on, you know, sometimes stretching, as you are. Obviously, you're here. It can be a really, you know, it can be a good thing. I don't know if they have this in Empower Network, but I'm a big advocate of working together with a team sometimes.
Yeah.
So maybe there's things that you guys can do together to where you're working together to help close people. So if I'm working on somebody and I'm talking to them about it and I can't close them, like maybe we're just not connecting, or I can't figure out what's I'm not able to kind of hone in on what it is that he needs or she needs. I have a couple people that I'll call and I'll just say, hey, can you help me? I want to introduce you to somebody. Let's do a connect. And so I do like a triad. Here's me, here's the person I'm working with, and I bring in an expert to actually talk to them about what we're doing. So I wonder if there's a way that you guys can start doing a little bit of partnering. So let's say go ahead.
That's what the iPass system is for. The iPass 2 system is. It's built around Empower Network to sell and upsell the system for you. You get leads, or you get people that opt in on your landing page or capture page. The information then goes into your Get Response, which then goes into the iPass system, which then connects with some of the coaches that will then seal the deal for you. They'll call them, they'll talk to them, they'll work with them until they get them to get in and buy the products and do whatever, and then they'll do all the training. There is a price.
I haven't met one person except for Vic that's making money in Empower. Is it working?
Well, it just went live a few days ago, but
okay.
Yesterday, but we keep crashing the servers, so they've now hooked it up to the Amazon servers and somewhere else to try to get it up and going because there's so many people trying to get in right now. So it's really a money game, I think, in that. I mean, unless you're selling the iPass system itself, which is great because it's the first digital online company ever that is a completely like a franchise that is completely done for you, and it can be completely done on autopilot. They can get your leads for you too. They can do everything, but you have to pay them to do that much of it. You have to pay for the leads per click and things like that. Were you a black card holder? Did you say you owned all the products in Empower Network?
Me?
No. Is it Leah?
Yeah.
Leah.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So they have it to where it kind of caters to us, to the people who own all the products in Empower Network, and there's a $97 charge, but you can set it up to where they do all the coaching for you.
Wow.
So you don't have to talk to anybody, and that's what I did. I paid the $97, and so that they can do all the coaching, and everything. They'll close all the deals for me. So
and basically, will they close like hush deals or just Empower deals?
No, it's just Empower Network deals and iPass. You can sell the iPass system, or they can, if you are in Empower Network, they will either get you the they'll get you the sign-ups as long as you're getting the leads in, opting into your landing pages or your capture pages or, however you're getting them, then they will go ahead and close the deal for you. So it's nice to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it can be ran completely, the first completely true autopilot business ever, I think. You can sign up and just pay for your clicks and all this stuff, and they'll go get your traffic for you. They'll close the deals for you. You just sit back and take the payments.
Wow.
It does cost, but and I don't have that kind of money to pay for the pay-per-clicks, but I did have the money for the coaching, and so I'm hoping that it all works out.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Are you getting traffic to your site now pretty good?
Well, we just set it up. I just set the iPass system up. I've owned the products for a while in Empower Network. I'm trying to get through the trainings, So I really haven't marketed Empower Network a whole lot. I do have people under me, but really what I do the best is Z and Z. It's kind of it pays out daily, several times a day, so I kind of like that one. But until I get through all the trainings and I kind of know, it goes back to knowing what you're selling. You know, if I'm going to sell those products, I want to know what I'm selling. I want to be able to answer those questions. I want to be able to sound, you know, as professional as I can. If it's really done a lot for me, then, you know, I'm going to be able to tell them that. So, but there's thousands of hours in those products, and it's a lot of training to get through.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
Yeah. And I bought it all at one time, so, you know.
So you're bombarded with.
Yes, I don't even know where to start, you know, so I just didn't start. I know.
Well, I'm excited to hear how that unfolds. That sounds really exciting that they're doing that.
Yeah.
And,
I think it's going to give us a second chance, well, to get results in Empower Network, because it's really hard to promote it. I find it hard to promote it.
Have you been through all the trainings?
Well, it's a lot. I just, wow, it's so much. And even though I'm like, how you say that, neophyte? No, I don't know. In English, I'm just like a dummy in internet. So I had to learn everything, you know, all the terminology, and just learn how to click and get the information. And I had because it wasn't presented to me like courses you buy and you sell. It was only the way you get paid. If you find one person, then you have another person, and then you know the pass-ups and everything. Mm-hmm. But the person who offered me told me it was a no-brainer and you had nothing to do. It's not true. You have to work a lot. But I don't believe in making money just like you sit in your doing just click of it. No, I don't believe in that. But obviously, I saw it was a great opportunity, but I never thought there was so much work to do. Like you have a lot of reading to do and listening to tapes, and wow, and you have to be good on Facebook and try to reach people. And I'm shy. It's like I want people to know, like my family or people I know, my friends, to know that I'm in it, because I don't have the profile, and I don't want to be discouraged. I know that I can get something good out of it, but I just don't want to explain to people that I know that I'm in this. I want to do the work with people I don't know, because it's them who are going to see the opportunity for them, and not like feel that I just insist in getting them there, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's a bummer it can't help you with the Hush Hush event and other events, but it's good that you have this opportunity to make some money. And I've heard from many people that the programs are really self-empowering, and there's a lot of I know that the 2 Hush Hush events I went to, I was so moved by the caliber of moms that had a mission, and everybody that I've worked with just seems to have a real heart. It's like it's attracting a high caliber of conscious individuals that want to make a difference. So that was one of the things that I liked about it, that I think is beautiful. So hopefully there's a way to build the bridge between the two, so that as you're getting contacts from there, you can say, hey, here's additional training that we have and different opportunities, and let's meet. That may be another angle as you're connecting with people and signing them up, as like, come meet me here. This is going to be an event that you're going to be at, and I'm going to introduce you to some of the top people in business that can help you go to the next level. So that might be another angle to help get people there.
Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you go to the Hush 3, Leah?
Yes, I did. and I find it very interesting. It's motivating. But you know, I have this thing. I just remembered, like Vic said, yes, you have to invest money, but then you have to make money, and then you invest a little bit more, and then you make a little bit more. But at this point, I just invested money, but I didn't make any, so that's a little bit scary. And what breaks me is like, am I going to put some more money and not invest? So that's why and not make any money. You find sorry, my English is not very good, but
You're fine. You're doing fine.
so you get to meet so much interesting people, and I'm a positive person, and that's the difference between where I come from, where everybody is like negative, and you're like doom if you're in a. Excuse me, Emmanuel. It's my daughter.
Oh my gosh, I would love for Brian to sit down with her for about 30 minutes. Yeah. Brian would really clear her mind.
Hey, c'est correct. 3h02. Ouais. Excuse me, no, it's my daughter. She's asking me for advice. Okay, so excuse me. What was I saying?
Well, I think you're sharing the thing, and this is a lot of what at least I know some of the people that I've been coaching over since February is the concern about putting money in and getting money out. And so I know in anything that you're doing, I have a couple of things that I tell to people is like find those mentors, find those 3 people that are doing that, and really interview them, get them on the phone, find out step by step what they did and how they did it, and find that. And if it's not working for you, give yourself a timeline so that you can change what you're doing. I mean, Paul, who I mentioned, Paul Lemberg, he's like, okay, guys, some of you, even at a certain level, get comfortable with X amount of business. So you may not be bringing in income, and let's say you figure out the formula to do that. You find the mentors, you start getting all the education in, and you start making a certain level of income. But he talks about even at that, we get to this ceiling of comfort zone and doing the same thing over and over again. And in order to go through that, we have to go, okay, what am I going to do a little bit differently to go to that next level? And so how can I stretch myself today to do something a little differently? I know any business, when I started real estate, I wish they would have told me I needed a year's income to learn before I started. And I know any time you start a new business, especially if it's an entrepreneur business, it takes time. It takes time to get going. It takes time to learn things. Mm-hmm. And it sometimes takes money too. That's where it's. I mean, obviously you've made a big investment, isn't it? Like $7,000, $8,000.
No, yeah. I think it's about 5,000.
Well, it depends on where you get in at.
Yeah.
Because I got in after the master's course was $3,500. And the 15K was 1,000, and I got all these different. It depends, it depends on what you get. I've got I've got every single thing that they have back there, including I'm trying to remember. There's a different. Actually, I'm logged in. Let me just tell you real quick.
So it's a big investment. It's a substantial amount of.
Yeah. And then they have the top formula, the top producer formula that just came out. So the Viral Blogging System and the Viral Blogging Academy are 2 different things. And so, of course, the Viral Blogging System you pay for monthly. The Viral Blogging Academy, I believe, was $300. And then, the Internet Traffic Formula and High Ticket Academy and Viral Blogging Academy, I got media hosting. I mean, so, I got all these ones other than just what they require to be all in. All in, I believe all you have to have is the Inner Circle, 15K, the master's course,
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. And so, see, I've gotten all those $300 and $500 products on top of all of that. So it was much more expensive than.
Yeah, and then now they're offering it for half the price. It's not even the price of the master for having everything. So I was just wondering, can I have a refund?
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked that. I did. I asked that. No. No, we can't have a refund. But I mean.
But it seems to be a good way to process. It's a good way to get traffic and get sell, because there's
actually, you can get a refund if you wanted one, but then you wouldn't be able to make money back on it. So.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to challenge you guys before I say goodbye here, because I have a different upbringing and training around sales and marketing. And I think that there's this book called The Thank You Economy, and they're talking about right now they're moving back to the old way of doing business.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not saying don't do the internet, but I invite each of you to pick up the phone and call one person a day and talk to them about what you're doing. Share with them. Maybe it's somebody on Facebook that's a friend. Maybe it's somebody that does your hair. Maybe it's putting the ad in like we talked about. Maybe it's when you're out to eat. You say, hey, a company I'm working with is hiring, or we're looking for people. Not hiring, because you're not. We're looking for people. Can I give you a call and go over some of the details, or can we meet? I think that, like, I listen to Brandy, and if Brandy called me about something, and we haven't known each other that long, I'm going to listen to what she's saying, and I'm probably going to give her some time and really give her some serious consideration because she's picked up the phone. If she shoots me an email about it, I just, and maybe it's my personality, but I close tons of business by getting on the phone. So when it comes to Hush Hush event, and I know you mentioned you're a little nervous to talk to people that you know and you don't see that there's a match, then ask them who they know. Say, this is what I'm working on. Who do you know? And tell them, like, I know it's not for you, so that they just don't even say anything. Say, I know it's not for you, but who do you know that can help me? That word is so powerful. I've gotten some of the most amazing leads. That's how I met Ernie. That's how I've met the former vice president of marketing with WebMD. A lot of the people that I met was asking that question, saying, who do you know that could benefit from this, or who do you know that could help me with this, or who do you know that's looking for this? Those words, who do you know, are really powerful. But I'm a big advocate. My slogan is dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars. The bigger the sale, and that's why, this training I'm going through with Paul, we're closing $7,500 transactions. And yes, they get people to go to the website. Yes, they get people that want information, but they only close them by actually getting them on the phone and having a conversation with them. Even if they are cold, even if they don't know anything about it. Hush Hush is a small dollar amount in comparison, but even with what you're doing, if you want somebody to buy a $5,000 package or an $8,000 package, in my opinion, I'm not going to do that by looking at a website. I mean, Brandy, did you buy this without talking to somebody?
The iPass system or the Empower Network? The iPass system?
Yeah, the Empower package.
Oh, the Empower package.
Yeah.
No, not without talking to somebody first.
Okay. How about
you? I did. What I did was, when I signed up for it, I was going by what I was reading off of their Facebook pages, and so I went ahead and just kind of went for it. When we all kind of paid in to watch the Miami event live, and so I seen someone on there that really just spoke to me, and she was just really, speaking from her heart, and so I thought I wanted to do this too, and so I just bought all the You know, so really no face-to-face. No, I really didn't talk to anybody about it in depth. I just thought that maybe I could do it. I thought it was for me, so.
But you did have that, you actually saw her on video, or you heard her?
No, we watched them. She was live at the Empower Network event. She got on stage with her husband.
Okay, but you like watched her like on TV?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
streaming live, yeah.
Yeah. So, so again, that's it's not personal touch, but it's a powerful form of advertising because you're able to look her in the eye, you're able to hear her story. You know, the tone of the voice is a little more powerful than sometimes what's in books. I mean, I know they're powerful, but it's still a little bit of a connection. How about you, Leah? How did you buy it without talking to anybody or?
No, well, I was looking to improve my life, so I went on a find a site. It was the law of attraction, blah blah blah, and one thing to another, I got invited to get into Empower, but I only paid like $25 just to get in, and the 19 one-time dollar to be affiliate. But after that, I took my time and I went on the site and I read a lot and I tried to understand how this thing was working. And then I don't remember, but there was like Vic who came into the picture. Oh yeah, but there was a BIM, Big Idea Mastermind. You could get in the group. It was free. And before, I think you had to pay $500, something like that. So I got in free, and he had some hangouts each 2 weeks or something like that. And I just listened to the hangouts, and I found him very interesting. So then I decided to go to the Hush Hush. So and then I met people. I met somebody from my downline or past line, I don't know the right terms, and she was doing well. And then she told me, okay, you should get Inner Circle. That's $100 every month, and well, it's quite expensive. And then she told me that she was going to teach me because my downline wasn't like taking care of the team. So that's the way I got to buy the other things in Empower Network, because I thought that going there and knowing somebody else that would help me, I would have like the road would be just traced, so I could go there and just make a lot of money. But it didn't work that way. It didn't work that way. It's not that easy to find people. And then I found out that you had to do your own hangouts and just go on your blog every day. But that's exhausting. And I don't even know what it's about. So one thing after the other, I just back up a little bit, and I know I can do something great. And Vix has a lot of projects, and it's interesting. So I was in in the Hush Hush Tree. We were invited to take part with the test group. So we had it was how would you say that? We would have pay for traffic. And then the traffic would be good traffic. It would be people who were already looking for opportunities like Empower. So we paid for traffic. And you know what? I got my traffic, but I got it just for 2 days. And then it just went out, and my account got closed because of I don't know what. There was bad traffic. So I was one of a handful of people who got the account just closed. So I couldn't go onto my account. That was what was it? For the emails. So that was closed. So I had a lot of difficulty because was always not working. So all my accounts were just closing down. So it didn't help me. And I don't know what happened, but I never had my clicks. So I'm still waiting for it, and I know that Vic is going to, he's working on a magic suite, and so I thought, well, maybe he will give me back my clicks when he gets this open and started, and maybe it will start back again. So I'm just like, no, not having a lot of results, but I'm willing. I think there's something to do. There's still something to do, but maybe it's the timing. I don't know. But there were a lot of difficulties. Yeah.
Sounds like that's not.
When I got in, I had to actually go get a computer for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I never had a computer. I wasn't computers, but this was just this year. I didn't know the computer lingo or anything like that either. So, when I first got in, this is a funny story. I signed up under Vic. I got an email from Vic, and I signed up under Vic, and then never heard from Vic again. I didn't even know that Big Idea Mastermind was Empower Network. I didn't know that. I had no clue. This is how clueless I was. So then I signed up for Empower Network. Yeah, I mean, I had no idea. So then I went and signed up for Empower Network with somebody else. And then, you know, when Vic started talking about, you know, my team needs to come with me and, you know, all the Empower Network, you need to buy this and buy that, I thought, uh-oh. So then I had to go switch my e-wallet back over to BIM. Anyway, it's just, you know, Vic never reached out to me, and maybe I slipped through the, you know, I don't know. People do. They slip through sometimes, and you just don't, you miss it. But, you know, I put a lot of money into that it could have went to Vic like he needs it. But you know what I mean? He should have been a better sponsor. He should have been a better mentor. And I haven't heard from him one time. So that's kind of rough to be right underneath him. I wish I had gotten in beneath someone else. That way I would have had a mentor, because I've never had one. So
me neither.
I'm learning on my own.
And my mentor, well, I didn't have anyone because my sponsor was like doing 2 or 3 things at the same time. And I was misled because he was talking about something else. And he told me, well, get into Empower Network, and if it goes well, I'll just make you join the other groups. But I was like so mixed up. And then I met, I think Agnes. You know Agnes. She's from France, but
Yes.
because she's under Vic too, but she's in France, so they have like 6 hours difference from us. It's quite difficult. It's difficult, and you know what? Those people who make a lot of money, have a big team, it's like they don't have time to help you that much because it's too big. So you just end alone. I think you have to do your thing yourself, but yeah, it's a little bit weird. Yeah, because she offered me the help, but she's like very, very busy. So I can attend her hangout, but it's like at noon or at 2, so in the afternoon. It's not like very what do you say, acquainting, whatever.
Accommodating?
Accommodating, yeah. So that's it. But I think that Vic has a lot of great ideas. It takes time for the projects to just start. But when it will be starting, I think it will be something very big. But so I'm sticking in because I don't want to lose my chance, you know.
Yeah.
But he always says you have to be autonome. How would you say that in English? By yourself, you know. You have to learn how to walk, and you have to learn how to fish, and then you can do everything yourself. So that's what I'm.
Depend on yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you guys are able to get the support you need. I know when I felt alone, I just find mentors and really say, hey, can I get an hour from you, or whatever it is to try to get help and support. You guys have some legitimate stuff. I'm I feel for you. I've been where you're at, but I feel for you. I feel the frustration. I wish I could wave a wand and you guys feel really comfortable to get out there and and be that rock star that I'm sure you are, where people want to hear about you and know about what you're doing. And
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You would be a beautiful princess. Waving the wand.
Yeah, you can get a try. Just try it.
Yes, I actually have one in my purse, a little pink one that I carry around. So, in closing, I would just, again, encourage you to see where you can pick up the phone, see where you can make that personal connection, see where you can reach out and stretch yourself to really get to know where's the problem and how can you be the solution, and do those invites, really inviting people, because again, as I shared initially, if Brandy called me about something, because I've either got to know her a little bit, I'm going to take my time to connect with her more so than I would any other mechanism that I know of, because of who she is, and I've taken a little bit of time to get to know her. So whether it be somebody on Facebook or somebody in your community, see if there's a way that you can reach out and connect, and feel free to try some ads. I mean, I think that like I said, I put an ad up for 2 or 3 days, and I had a number of people reply to the ads. Did you just take a picture?
I did. I took a picture.
Yeah, with the big mouth.
No, smile.
Oh, you're so funny.
Did I get a big mouth? Let me see.
No, I just was like.
I
those still shots.
had a pic as a camera, and I thought, wow. So I clicked on it, and it snapped a picture.
Oh, there! I just took a picture.
I did it again.
So, anyways, well, each of you have the press release where you can get it syndicated. So go ahead and take. Oh, that was bright.
Took a picture that time. Yeah. Now it's your turn, Shannon.
Okay, so what do I do? Oh, right there. Okay. I gotta do a funny face.
Ready? Oh, we all three did it. That's funny. How funny. Okay.
Okay. That was
Before we leave, well, I so appreciate having this time with you. Both girls are you're like good energy for me.
Thank you.
You're so lovely. Yeah. Yeah, you make me feel good. Yeah. And I was so shy to coming here because I didn't come for the last times, so I was like so uncomfortable, but I just like, doing things uncomfortable. That's what I did tonight. It's uncomfortable. So.
Well, I'm glad you were comfortable. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm glad that you. I'm glad
the three of us. That was like more cozy, but more personal.
Well, so if you can, I would say in the next week or two, send me your press release with your edits so I can start the syndication. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 days to a week to actually get it syndicated, the program to approve it. And I think the program came with 2 press releases, but I believe I sent you 3. And all you got to do is just tweak a few things in there, where you have your name in there as the expert and that. So be certain to do that and send that to me so I can go ahead and syndicate it out for you, and take a peek at some of the marketing material so that as you're communicating, that'll be helpful. And I'm so excited to see you guys in Las Vegas. It's going to be a great event. I can't wait till you meet some of the people that are coming.
All right. Sounds great. Thank you, Shannon. It was nice to meet you, Liette.
Oh, same for me. Same for me, Brandy.
Thank
All right.
You're a sweetheart. You're both sweethearts.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
you. You too.
Look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye for now.
Okay,
Bye. Good night. God bless.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.